Kenneth Hunt. Hi, Professor. Good morning, Ajahn. Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas to you too. I have heard that practitioners should discuss 10 things when they come together. Could Ajahn please briefly describe this practice? Thank you. The 10 subjects of conversation that practitioners should use to discuss when they meet each other is first, uh, wanting little, to be happy with as little as possible in terms of the four requisites of living. You don't want any material things more than what you need. This is the discuss when you talk about things. You don't talk about getting gifts, getting plenty of money, getting plenty of jewelry or anything like that. You only talk about being happy with as little as possible physically. That is, having simplicity in life. Had just enough to survive, like food, clothing, housing, and medicine. Second, Santosa. Santosa. I think the first one in Pali is called Apichit. I can't remember the word in Pali. Apichata or something like that. Second one is called Santosa, meaning to be happy with what you get, with what you have. Don't be greedy, don't be wishful of getting things for yourself. Just be content with whatever you can get. The first one is to be content with as little as possible. Mak Noi in Thai. The first one is called Mak Noi in Thai. Second one is called Sandoi or Santosa in Pali, Sandoi. To be happy with what you get, whether more or less, should just be happy. Don't be greedy, then you will not be disappointed or sad. The third one is to talk about um, virya or exertion in your practice. Talk about how much you practice, how many hours you walk, how many hours you sit, for instance. This is called exertion, talking about exertion. Number 4 is to talk about seclusion. Talk about places where you can have seclusion, like going to that forest, going to that cemetery, going to that place where it is nice and quiet to do the practice. It's called talking about seclusion. That's number 4. Number 5 is talking about seclusion, not socializing, not clinging, not congregating, not mingling. Try to discourage mingling. Try to be alone as much as possible. Because this is the best way to do the practice, is to discourage socializing. When people approach you and they want to talk to you with no real purpose other than wanting to talk, then you should discourage them. You should say it's better just to be alone, to do your practice. If you mingle, it can take away your precious time and also cause agitation and restlessness in your mind. That's number 5. No socializing, no mingling. Number 6 is to talk about keeping the precept, the sila of morality. How much morality you have, how much you have practiced, such as the 5, the 8, the 10, the 227 precepts. talking about the precepts. Next you talk about samadhi, the practice of samadhi. How much samadhi have you gained? How long can you sit? How deep is your mind in samadhi, for instance? Next you talk about the development of wisdom, how to see the Four Noble Truths, how to see the three characteristics of existence, how to see a sukha, for instance, how to develop them in order to get rid of your defilement. Then you talk about vimutti, the cessation of suffering, the liberation from suffering. It's called vimutti. Then the last one, you talk about vimutti yana dassana, which means the realization that you have acquired vimutti, that you have liberated yourself from suffering. Talk about the different levels of attainment. That's what liberation or vimutti is about. So these are the 10 subjects of conversation that practitioner should focus on. Not talking about family matters, uh, politics, business, money matters, holiday places to go, for instance.